The sick list of Diddy's alleged requirements for girls at his freak-off has been revealed. Also, party guests claim to have seen what? We're going to break it all down. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. We are live. I'm with It's Kim, and we're all feeling just the intensity of these cases. It's election season, a week away. I think we're all feeling... but we gotta move forward. Let's stay positive, laughing. Kim, right? Yep, we're gonna stay supportive. Again, though, warning, more intense, disturbing things coming in from Diddygate. And now a new list of alleged requirements for the girls at his parties has been revealed, including the important question they were never asked. All right, here we go. All these wild parties. Look, apparently there was a scale to ensure that no female guest weighed more than 140 pounds. So if you were 141, you're safe. You go to the safe zone. I mean, that is depressing, Kim. I got to be honest. You're marked safe if you were a little heavier. And that's not even heavy. Not even. You're a 141, which is a very normal weight. You would have been able to leave these freak-off parties, allegedly. At Diddy's decree, he would say, we would do a weigh-in if necessary, said the organizer who worked for Diddy, and asked to remain anonymous. The girls had to be young and hot, so I always had a scale nearby in case I needed to make sure. The number was 140 pounds, but if a girl was really tall, there was a little bit of discretion involved. My God. So, all right, you've got a big butt and you're tall, so I'll allow that you're 145. My God, this is sick, Kim.
This is gross. This is absolutely gross. And all of it is gross. All of it is gross. And I just can't imagine being a party planner and being like, yeah, I'm going to keep a scale here. And this is going to be part of my job. That's messed up. It's messed up.
Right. This party planner to me is the complicit. It's just nasty.
I mean, I'm glad that she's speaking. He or she is speaking. She is speaking out. She's saying what she saw because it's all relevant and I understand it, but just ew. Sorry.
Well, it was not just that, Kim. At Diddy's decree, no flab, no cellulite, no overly pierced or tattooed, no short hair, and the girls had to be young and hot. So very specific. Even the dress code was strict. No pants, no jeans, no flat shoes. Every girl had to wear a party dress, preferably very short, just enough to cover her butt cheeks, but no longer than mid-thigh, cleavage showing, and every single one of them had to be wearing stilettos. I bet you they needed some white nail polish too, Kim, but I digress.
I want to see what the list was for the men.
For real. Ugh. That one, there was no exception. High stilettos. We really was all about that. One thing organizers never asked the source was the girl's age. Let that sink in for a minute. A rule at the party: don't ask how old they are. I assume so they can play dumb. We didn't know, officer, that they were of that age. This is literally the most important requirement. And it's weird because I've heard of Hollywood parties. I don't want to throw them under the bus, but some of these Hollywood types, directors who are out there accused of things. One big name Hollywood director. And I knew somebody who was sort of friendly with his people. And he would like guys to come to his party. But what's fascinating is I learned, regardless of what right or wrong, there was a guy at the door who was checking ID because they knew we cannot risk this. Like at some of these Hollywood parties, even as debaucherous as it gets, like that was at some of these parties, I'm told, was like the one rule to ensure, like, all right, let's make sure we don't do anything illegal in there. And his party literally was the opposite. Don't ask. It was a don't ask, don't tell all the time. At the time, I was really young myself, and I honestly thought that we weren't asking their age because of drinking laws, the source said. I never stayed around for the freak-offs and had no idea that the girls were expected to have X with people. Okay, sure, lady. Second source, a petite dancer who performed at Combs' 2005 after party told the Post that she was paid $250 to dance at the mainstream event, but was told there was an extra $1,000 if she went to Diddy's house later for more dancing. So fascinating. If anybody was wondering, well, what was the rate to go have this crazy debaucherous time? There it is, about $1,200. It felt shady, noting that she was just 20 at the time, so I didn't go, but other girls did, and then really wouldn't talk about what happened there, because I'm sure they were signed massive NDAs, threats, etc. Post has viewed more than 24 videos of parties, which appeared to be footage of Diddy's freak-offs that were tied to mainstream events such as the VMAs, the Super Bowl. In these videos, women who fit the description can be seen having interactions with men, as Combs seemingly watched in the background. In one video, Diddy himself took part in the action, holding a camera. We talked about this in a latter episode. Alleged behaviors are consistent with similar allegations made earlier this month, which we know, again, and of certain ages, which you can read there, that are not okay, not legal. Tony Busby just revealed more, including one who was 9. We had the one who was 10. It's 10. Crazy. I think it is. I didn't know there's a 10. Combs has repeatedly denied his wrongdoing. We always have to sort of reiterate that because he is allowed his due process. But his attorneys denied all this in court. The truth will prevail. Mr. Combs has never essayed anyone, adult or minor, man or woman. Sure. Okay. Sure. Whatever you want to put himself, Diddy. But yeah, these were arranged, directed, and often electronically recorded. The documents allege, as we know. So this is no joke. So there's the list, Kim. There's the list. On top of that, we have party guests now claiming there were cameras in the bedrooms of these parties. Now, this comes from Precious Muir, who's opened up about her experience attending one of these infamous parties and seeing the cameras in the bedroom. That's what I was always wondering, like, were they hidden? Were they seen so everyone could see? Well, there's cameras there, but did they know they were on? A guest at the infamous parties claims to have seen these cameras in the bedrooms. She worked as a model in New York during her early 20s, attended and tourist parties. She also worked as a bunny, attended hosts involving Hugh Hefner. In the exclusive interview with The Mirror, she claimed there were similarities to both Diddy's parties and the Playboy parties. She alleged to have seen cameras placed in the bedrooms of both properties. That's interesting. There's been always talk about that Playboy parties, but I wonder if that'll be the next sort of thing that gets even more exposed. I know a property of this value of the mansion, the Bunny Mansion, we'll call it, Diddy's mansion, the Hamptons. They're extremely extravagant, worth millions. So you'd expect security cameras in certain parts because you want to make sure your stuff's safe, your property, nothing's gone missing. But in the bedrooms, why are there cameras in the bedrooms? I have no idea. Now, Diddy's representatives deny this claim. Man, there must be a full-time job of somebody who's out there denying every claim.
Yeah, it's just somebody going like, no.
You usually don't even respond to some of these like Jay-Z and Beyonce, but now they're always no. But yeah, Crystal Hefner talked about some of this, little spy holes at the foot of the bed. I used to do a lot of filming, VHS. I had hours of videos, hundreds of tapes, according to Crystal's memoir. Hugh told her he had videos of wild parties and celebrities and politicians. So it sounds like Hugh was the original Diddy, according to Crystal.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, thank you.
Some of the things, maybe not all of them. I don't, he can't defend himself, right? But yeah, so there's definitely some stuff going on there.
I wouldn't be surprised given all this. I mean, it seems like Diddy was almost trying to be Hugh Hefner in a way, because that's a Hugh Hefner didn't hide it. And it was a little bit more expected given the material inside the magazine, Kim, right? So I think people sort of didn't really bat a blind eye to it. But doesn't make it right. But to hear all these specifics now coming in, all these disgusting little more details, pretty troubling, no? What are your thoughts?
I think it is troubling. I will say too, the model who gave this interview to Mirror, she's also a broadcaster. And I was looking a little bit at her social medias today, and she really has come forward and spoken out about a lot of things that she saw, and has been very brave with the things that she has discussed. And I think what we're seeing right now is people feel safer to come forward and to talk about things that I think maybe even 6 months ago they would have been terrified to say publicly because they wouldn't think people would believe them. But we're in this place now where people are listening. We are giving people the benefit of the doubt. We want to hear them out. We want to see the evidence. And I think that that's a step in the right direction at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not surprised by these details. Nothing's really surprising me anymore, given all that we're learning. It's just depressing, and it's getting harder and harder to react to some of these cases. In fact, we are going to go through more of these cases as we're live, which we are right now. If you missed the live, you can become a member, hit that join. We also have Uncensored this Friday, every Friday. If you missed the last two, you missed out on some fun. We get in to go a little deeper. Kim and I get to talk without the worries of the keyword algorithm problems here on this platform. So if you haven't already, consider hitting that join button here or on our Patreon, whether you're watching live right now, which we still got a lot of show for. Don't go anywhere. If you're watching on the replay, hit the join. And if you can't afford to join, no worries. At least make sure you're hitting that subscribe button right there. Guys, whether you're live or not, hit the button, hit the bell for alerts, smash that thumbs up, and leave your comments. It always helps. And make sure to do it over there to It's Kim as well. Please support the show. And as I always say here on this topic,
hold on to your butts.
Oh, gosh.